Hey guys, this is Roxy from RoxanneLynch.com. Just wanted to pop into your world really quickly on this Friday. And yes, I know I'm a little bit early, but we have some company coming over. And so I didn't want to make them feel awkward when I had to go and do my live video over in the other room. Plus, I'm absolutely loving this live, the light that we have, knowing that we're up here in Alberta and we have live. But I want to share with you quickly. People sometimes think that success is instant. We're in that, shake and bake world. Hey, Dora, we're in that world where we just think that everything should be like an easy bake oven. Hey, Art, Randine, happy Friday. But it's, people think that, because, whether it's a movie star actress or a singer that comes along or a woman in our network marketing world or a guy, and all of a sudden they just seem to be really rocking out the house. Hey, Samantha. And they're just rocking it and they're just doing this amazing job. And all of a sudden they just appear out of nowhere. It's like a fallen star has landed on the planet. And it's like, where did they come from? And we think that it was instant. Thanks. You know what? This used to belong to my mom and she wore it back in the 60s. So I bring out the old stuff once in a while. She always warms my heart. Thank you for the compliment. But we think that because we haven't seen them before and we don't know their trials and tribulations, we don't know their struggles, we don't know the pain and the aches and the heartaches and the bruised knees and the stubbed toes and the headaches and the tears. We don't know how many times that they were relying on friends and family, coaches and mentors and therapists. And it's like we don't know their past struggles. All we do is we see them with this glowing bright light upon them. And, that's where we see them at. We don't know their past story. So that's kind of why I wanted to share with you, because, it's a terrific Friday. I don't know about you, but I somehow blew past my goal. I had a goal of 500 likes for my fan page, and I wanted to have it, I wanted to really meet that goal before the month end. And it's not even the 15th, and I'm already almost 50 past that. I'm almost at 550 people. So it's a pretty big, hairy deal to me, okay? So, I've got some great celebration gifts and giveaways. So more than likely, please check that out. But same thing, when you're working really hard, sometimes we don't even see our own growth. We don't pause and look back and see how far that we've really come, because we're so focused on today and the now and helping people. So my best way that I know I can help people is to share my struggles, to share my headaches, to share my heartaches, and some of the things that I did wrong, and I confess I've screwed up a lot of things. And I think that's the best part about women in business, is that we get to help shorten other women's learning curves. We get to shorten their pains and struggles by sharing our own and using those experiences as stepping stones to move us forward. So there's 3 mistakes. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the love. There's 3 mistakes that I know I have made when it comes to prospecting. And same thing, it's the middle of the month. We have a lot of harsh or really great goals, I should say, in front of us before month end. So that's why I wanted to share these errors. It's coming in at the weekend. Hey, Rena. And knowing that a lot of people work really hard during their week. A lot of us have jobs. Some of us work from home. Some of us work part-time. But hey, Rose, I know I'm really sorry, sweetheart. Got family coming over. So knowing that, that's why I really wanted to share out these struggles and these headaches, because a lot of us really have to work hard on our business on the weekend. So the 3 things is like, number 1 point is many people, when they're prospecting online, whether you're using Facebook or Instagram, whether you're using Messenger or face-to-face, we are attached to the outcome. We are attached to that outcome, and we get very personally charged when we're prospecting. And when we come across that way, like it used to be when we would chase chickens. Okay, have any of you guys had chickens? Put a thumb in the air, put hand in the air, give me a thumbs up. If any of you guys have ever owned livestock, whether it's chickens or cattle or horses or whatever, when you chase them, they run away. Okay, but if you just stand there and you actually start walking away and it looks like you have something in your pocket, they come running after you. And it's the same thing when it comes to our business opportunity. If you have a business Hey Kimberly, I'm early. If you have a business and you are wanting to share it, by taking the pressure off of yourself, by just having some posture and not being tied to that outcome, it's very empowering. And when I realized that, and when I started to just not worry about whether they joined my business or my opportunity, they took advantage of a special or a free training. If I didn't even care about that, and I just keep on putting out the goodness, and I keep my pipeline full, I'm always have people that are trying to connect with me, asking what's going on in my world. So I never worry about that I'm not going to have someone to talk to, because I got people in my messenger all the time. That's the beauty about attraction marketing. So when you have that, you can relax, and it becomes a sifting and a sorting mechanism. It's not about chasing them, it's about providing information and releasing yourself from the outcome, knowing you're doing the very best that you can, and giving value and giving content. So I know that really helped me, because I used to be the person chasing the chickens. I used to be the person chasing the horses and the cattle, and not realizing that I had the grain. I just had to stand there. And if you don't want my grain, I'm leaving the field. Anyway, so that's the number one mistake. Release yourself from that, and realizing it's just multiple exposures, and how many people are you going to talk to in your day, and keep your pipeline full by giving out great content, great value. The second point that I used to make mistakes in all the time was I would say too much, and it was usually all in the wrong spot. I mean, have you confessed that you have been waiting to talk to that one person about your opportunity or your product or your company, and it just happened to be at the grocery store, and you pounced on them in the cereal aisle, and you wouldn't let them go until you got what you had to say out? Really, was that really productive? Did you get your message across? Sometimes when we just have to get our message out, it's usually too much information. It's at the wrong time. We haven't set an appointment where it might be a good time for them. Maybe they got kids waiting in the car with grandma, and they're all starving, and you've been waiting to talk to them, and you finally cornered them, and you have to talk to them. So take a breath. Who else has had that experience when you've been waiting for so long? Give me a thumbs up, give me a wave, give me a smiley face. Tell me or indicate to me, has that ever happened to you, where you've been waiting and wanting to talk to this person for so long, and it come across all wrong anyway, and you messed it up? Exactly that, so much. Sometimes we say too little. Sometimes we don't give people enough information when we want to follow up with them the next time. Yeah, thanks, Kimberly. When we want to follow up with them later, but we haven't given them enough information, and then they get evasive. They start avoiding your phone calls, or they don't return a phone call, or they blow an appointment. So, there has to be that balance. You have to have that transition where you're giving them enough information, but you're not shooting yourself in the foot. So, I think that is really kind of cool. The last point, and I confess, the more that I got to know about my product, my company, about my opportunity, I actually became a little bit too much salesy. I did. I was super excited about, hey Michelle, I was super excited about all the ingredients of the product, all the greatness that had in it. I got super excited about all our philanthropical work that we had these schools going on in Asia. We got all these extra little study groups for these children in a third world country. I got really excited about the philanthropy side, and was talking about the product and ingredient, and I was coming across really salesy, and I was coming across a little strange, where people just said, hey, what do you do? And I got excited about sharing what I did, and they just come across, oh, well, I'm just a store clerk. And you've got all this oodleness of poor goodness that you think you're pouring into a conversation, and they feel that they can't compete with that. And you've just pushed them away because that's just too much information. It was too weird. It was too salesy. So, be really attentive. Be super careful about that, because you don't want to be giving the wrong information to that right person and accidentally push them away because it was just too much, and they don't feel that they could do that, or they don't think they could be a part of that. Hey Colette. Hey Art. So be attentive to that when you're sharing out your story, when you're sharing out your products in your company, and knowing that it comes down to exposures of how many people you're talking to. You know, whether you're in real estate or whether you're building fences and you're sharing out information, whatever your product opportunity, your company, the goodness that you have to share. Be attentive to learning some of those lessons and taking them in from, reflecting from other people's learning curves. Use our own struggles as stepping stones to help you to your better and brighter futures. So that's it. I've got company coming in the door right away. So I will see you guys on the sunny side of life tomorrow. I think I'm going to be taking advantage of this Alberta sunshine or snow, and maybe start doing my videos about an hour earlier so I can take advantage of the light. I'm tired of doing them in the darkness of the house. So find me on the sunny side of life tomorrow, you guys. Have a peek at my fan page. Click the newsletter subscription. I sent out that training yesterday, and have a look at the attraction marketing system giveaway that I have, because I think that's a really great way to celebrate a Friday and all the goodness for the weekend. You guys take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye.